In this video I'm going to talk about the barbaric Arab culture that has spread throughout Asia, even in Europe, especially Bosnia, to Chechnya in the Caucasus. These Arabs enjoy seeing somebody beheaded. It's in their culture. Look, in Saudi Arabia, they do it every day to people. But beheading a prisoner of war, people may wonder, is that Islamic? As you can see, this young Russian soldier, a Russian citizen, who's being hung, and all these Arabs are dancing with their little brainwash puppets, wahabists, Chechens. Not all Chechens. Remember, Chechens are a Sufi people, and Sufis and Wahhabis do not get along. But as you can see on this video, the Arabs are dancing. They're reciting holy words. They're screaming Allahu Akbar. They're actually insulting Allah's word, because it clearly states in Islam that you must not harm any prisoner of war. And let me quote from the holy book of Islam. And they, though they hold it dear, give sustenance to the indigent, the orphan and the captive. And the captive being the prisoner of war, saying, we feed you for the sake of God alone. No reward do we desire from you, nor thanks. And that's in Al-Insan 76, 8/9. So if the holy book of Islam says, do not hurt prisoners of war, you should feed them, you should clothe them, you should not hang them and dance about screaming Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. You see how Islam has been mixed with Arab culture, that the holy word of Islam has been fabricated on Arab terms. You know what I mean? And they did this into Afghanistan. They did this in Afghanistan, and the CIA, the Mossad, American, knew very well, because there was this one Afghan woman who works in Europe. I've forgotten her name, so please do forgive me, but I will tell you her little story, that when she was working for a relief agency, such as to give aid to people after the Soviet war, right? Which in reality the Soviets went in there to help the government fight off a bunch of warlord criminals and a bunch of Arabs. But anyway, she said that the Saudis, Arabs, were guarding the checkpoints, and the Americans knew about this, the Pakistanis knew about this, and they were beating Afghan women up. They were forcing them to wear the veil. Saudi men were beating Afghan nationals. So this is why I dislike Arabs, right? Why don't they hang someone like this poor guy here in Dubai for having sexual intercourse with prostitutes? Would an Arab do that to their own Arab people? They won't. Like, for example, in Saudi Arabia, a poor woman, I'm sure she was from the Philippines or Indonesia, had her fingers cut off, her toes cut off, and she was held captive as a modern day slave. And the Arab government of Saudi Arabia, being the wahabist scum that they are, forgave the people who did the crime against her and gave her £600 as a compensation, even though she's lost her toes and fingers, probably through disease, because she was locked in a room or a cellar. So this is my point. It has nothing to do with Islam to hate or to save your country or nation or continent from Arab culture, right? But it has to be done, or you'll see more of your own people being hanged, being beheaded, jumping around as if it's a very good thing to do. It's a shame, a real shame, that we have these people representing Islam. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you educate yourself and do not associate Islam with Arab culture. Okay. Khudai Paman.